Today's video is jam-packed full of new Dollar Tree DIYs and hacks to share with you which products that you need to pick up right now, what you don't want to sell out, and what you need to keep an eye out for. Dollar Tree is putting out some incredible things that I'm super excited about, so I can't wait to jump on into it. Please hit that thumbs up button and let's get on into it.
Something that caught my eye right off were these very decorative vases. Now, I know that a double-walled vase is super popular right now and they're really easy to make. It just looks like one vase inside of another, and usually the inside vase is decorative or has a different shape than the outside container. So I'm also pairing this one with one of these like wider Dollar Tree Plus containers. This one was $3. And pretty much just hot glued it down into the center to hold it in place while I put some rocks in there. Now, they had different sizes of these vases as well as different designs, so just pick the one that you like best. I grabbed one of each so I can use these on different DIYs. Attach that in the center with some of this black rock filler, and then I just had to add in whichever plant or succulent I wanted to, but I feel like this gives it a high-end look. Adding the rocks just gives it more texture and dimension, something really fun just in time for spring. Dollar Tree has not disappointed the last few years, putting out these different style candle holders. They always are switching it up. I found these ones that have a ring with a small candle holder on the top to hold like a taper candle. I am pairing it with some of these decorative accent balls that Dollar Tree has out right now. I found it in a couple of different color blues, a gray, and this wood one, which was my favorite, as well as the white. And they all have the same little design on there. But if you actually pick up these ring candle holders and you pop them in there, some of them fit a little bit tighter, so you might want to test this out in the store, but it adds a whole new look to it. I love this so much. I created a black version as well as using the gold, so let me know in the comments down below after you see how these are styled. Which one do you like, the gold version or the black version better? So if you see these decorative balls or wooden spheres, as they say on the box, pick up the ones that you love the best. So many ways to use these. Another way to incorporate them into a fun candle holder design is to actually put them in between these glass candle holders. I know these are a staple item out at Dollar Tree. I can find them at like every single store. So I go ahead and use some of my mineral color chalk paint. It actually works really great on glass if you let it cure overnight. And I ended up doing 2 coats of this, letting it completely dry, and then sanding off a little bit so they don't look perfectly painted. They have a little bit of distress to them, which actually matches the ball itself because these are distressed and look a little bit weathered. So I just hot glue the ball into place, and then as straight as possible, just hot glue another one upside down right on top, and this is going to hold anything flat that you could find. I ended up going with one of these large jar lids and painting it the coordinating color, just the mineral color chalk paint, letting it dry, and then these are going to hold some larger candles and look really high end. I actually picked up these candles and shared them in the last video. I'll have that link down below if you're interested, but they actually slide out of this for whatever reason. This plastic was damaged and my hot glue, the end of my hot glue gun touched it. So I just popped the plastic off and was able to use them. I feel like it looks so nice and like something you would have purchased from the store. As soon as I saw these glass mirrored jewelry boxes inside of the store, I knew exactly what I was going to do with them. At first, I thought I was going to epoxy some pressed flowers right on top. This would be an incredible gift idea for Valentine's Day or Mother's Day. These were only $5 and really nicely made. But instead of mixing up the epoxy, because I am running low on my supply, I wanted to try out just using clear Elmer's glue. This worked out really well, especially if after you watch this video and you try to make yours, because I poured mine out. I thought I was going to be able to push the flowers down into it and let it dry, but I changed my mind pretty quickly. After painting it around the edges, I actually scooped it back up because I knew I needed to pour more glue on top rather than underneath. So I go ahead and scoop up a little bit of the glue, spread it out evenly, and then using some of these gorgeous pressed flowers that you can pick up pretty much anywhere. I order mine from Amazon. I laid it out using a pink palette, mostly pinks, as well as the little daisies. And then you have time to like move these around very carefully. I know a lot of people pick these up with tweezers or like a tool, but I was trying to be careful. But I go ahead and sprinkle on a few extra of the pieces that I have remaining, and then let this dry completely. It actually hardens just like epoxy, and then I poured some more on top, making sure that everything was nice and covered, so this is going to last a long time. And I just loved how this turned out. It's giving you the same epoxy look without all of the harsh chemicals, without all of the smells, having to mix it for so long, but I think this really gave it an upgrade. Okay, so I've shared how to use the wooden spheres or the decorative balls within this video with candle holders, but I wanted to make a decorative bowl so that you could actually like see how these were styled just as they were supposed to be, I assume. I am picking up a couple of things from Dollar Tree, just a large plastic bowl, as well as this small little ceramic baking cup. And I am just hot gluing this upside down to the bowl, letting this cool off. You could use E6000 or something a little bit stronger if you wanted to. Taking this outside, and I do spray it with some granite colored spray paint. It's just like a deep gray that I go ahead and cover it with a couple of coats, starting with it upside down, and then kind of spritz on the stone spray paint, which really elevates the look, makes it look more high end, and I just think it takes it from looking cheap to something that you would actually purchase. Lately, I have been in the mood to meal prep, meal plan, order all the healthy groceries. So this is something that's going to help me out. Dollar Tree put out a couple of these signs that are just blank, ready to fill out weekly, whether you want to do chores or food, meal prepping. So I decided to create a fun magnet for the fridge. I go ahead and remove the tag, and then I didn't want to take out this twine hanger because it would leave the ugly holes at the top. So I just decided to hot glue it down. It's just going to have that little bit of twine at the top, which I think looks so much better than the holes, because it looks like they are just left behind and not fixed. You could take the time to fill them in and paint them black if you like to, but I'm just making this as easy as possible. I go ahead and just hot glue some Dollar Tree magnets that I have, pop this on the fridge. I'm going to be using it for meal prep, but I am so excited to have a little bit more organization in my life. I was so excited with all of the mixed paper sets that Dollar Tree came out with last year, and I'm still seeing them for sale now. I hadn't really had the chance to open these up and get to use them like I wanted to, so I thought this was a perfect time to go ahead and put them to good use since I'm still seeing them out at the store. I love grabbing the more like neutral ones and then go ahead and pick out just any of these would work, your favorite designs, and put them in these gorgeous wooden frames. I did cut down some cardstock to fit behind these because these are see-through, and I didn't want any of the writing to show through the paper. But all you're doing is popping out the back, putting these in there, and these would look so good with some candles styled with them. And you can use the photo insert just for the template, so just cut it down to size and you're ready to go. I love that the print is actually printed with like a metallic finish, so it makes it look more high-end. Even though these are blank and don't have photos in them, it adds so much texture and warmth to any room. I styled this with a candle, and you can see it just really makes the wood tones pop and looks really high-end. Speaking of all new things at Dollar Tree, I am seeing that they're putting out new prints in these wooden photo frames or picture frames. Now they have like a square shape, which I think would be perfect if you wanted to hang these in sets of 4. But for today, I wanted to focus on these mirrors and actually use them in a set of 3. I feel like anything that you get from Dollar Tree that you hang up, if you hang them in a set of 3 or 4, it's going to look so much nicer. I start by removing just one of these backings from the mirror. That's all we're going to touch today. The other ones we'll leave as is. I was sharing with you that I found this really cool screwdriver set at Dollar Tree. I needed something like this in my craft room, so I quit having to run all the way downstairs and find a screwdriver in a toolbox. But go ahead and just using the artwork from one of these frames, I'm using the back of the mirror or the mirror insert as a template, cutting it down to size and just popping it in there. And then you have like a whole set. You could display these together, but I feel like the set of 3 really makes it a complete set. I put these in my bookshelves and it looks really nice. You could put these on plate stands. I'm just kind of leaning them up against the back, but I feel like it is a really easy project to throw together, but looks like you really tried.
Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. If you have been seeing any brand new items at Dollar Tree that you're getting hyped about or really excited, leave that down in the comments so that everyone can make their list and know what to look for, as well as myself. I love hearing what you guys are finding before I go check the stores. Thank you all again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy crafting. Bye.